Greetings, greetings, everyone. TLP here, aka the Booger Picker. Why the Booger Picker, you ask? Because more often than not, I get the booger picks as opposed to the clickety clicks. If we get a booger pick, that's what this is for. But before we accidentally opt ourselves out of the race, let's slide this out of the way just for safety's sake. Okay, what I have for you today is a treat. It's a treat for me anyway. This right here is my first received challenge lock. It was sent to me by Rocco of the subreddit lockpicking group. Now, I have no idea what to expect, and like most of the times when I do a package open and a pick in the blind or blind pick, most often than not, I get the booger picks. Because like I've said before, I'm humble and honest enough to tell you that I'm not very good at all this. But I am persistent. But with that said, he sent me this. I got this earlier today, and I told him that I would make a video. And, you know, I'd mention his name, give him a shout out or whatever. And I would try to pick this straight from, you know, the unboxing, the unpackaging, a blind pick, if you will. That's what I call it. And I'm going to do this one like I've done the past, you know, blind pick videos, where I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we're just going to call it a booger pick. Now, like I said, I don't know what type of lock. I have no clue what kind of lock this is. But he did say that he would include, now I don't know if he actually did, but he said that it would be included in a package, a cheat sheet with, I think he said the binding order and what he did to modify, you know, the modifications he made. I think that's the way he said it. But obviously there's a key. I can feel the key. I can feel the shaft on one side and I can feel the key. But anyway, with all that said, let's get to it. I'm excited about this, really. I've actually been working on, let's see, which side do we want to open it on? I don't want to potentially, yeah, let's do it like this. I don't want to potentially cut any kind of cheat sheet exists. And I'll say this. I know a lot of times when people send or receive a challenge lock, they'll get it and the key, the bitting on the key will be taped up so you can't see it. If that's the case here, I will not unwrap it to look at the key. But if it's not wrapped up, you guys know me. I'm going to take every advantage I can. I will look at the key to see potentially the highs and lows in hopes that it may help me get the clickety clicks. Because I have yet, you know, I'll be honest, I have yet to get on a unbox and a blind pick, I have yet to get the clickety clicks. It's always a booger pick. But hey, I'm humble enough to admit that. And, you know, like I say, this is a learning process. Gotta be careful so I don't rip any cheat sheets or anything that may be in there. Okay, let's just drop this out, see what we got. Oh, that's nice. Not sure what that's supposed to be. It almost looks like it's an American 1100. That's kind of neat. It looks like he's taken, I don't know what he's done there. I'm sure that lock did not come that way. But it looks like he has somehow, it looks like if he used sandpaper, he used really fine sandpaper, so, because I don't see any grooves. Here, let me see. Will this help? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go. He's taken, you can see how it's blue, but on the back it's like almost like he's abrased off with some very fine sandpaper, because like I said, I don't see any grooves or anything on the lock itself. He's taken the color off except in the recessed numbers. That's pretty neat. And apparently this is some sort of sticker on there. Don't know what that's all about. Maybe that's his iconic symbol or something. That's the way we're supposed to know him. No clue. But that's nice. I like the way that looks. Ooh, it opened. It kind of sticks a little bit. That's okay. No problem. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, if he doesn't have it wrapped up, I will look at it. Looks like it's a 5 pin. I can just tell by looking at it that it's been picked. It's got a little bit of wear on the top of that keyway. Well, I'll say this. I could tell pin 1, the key pin in pin 1 does have serrations at the top. Which, you know, that's standard for an American lock. Alright. Okay, let's lay this down. Let's see. Is there anything else in here? Cheat sheet or anything like that? Oh, there's something in here. Yeah, he's got a piece of paper of some sort in here. Let's see. Here, let me do this just to make sure. Okay, I'll read this. It's not. I'll show you the thing. I didn't read the whole thing. I'll read the first part of it. It says, "Hello, fellow lock sport enthusiasts. Difficult rating in Fallout Standard Codex. Difficult, 65 out of 100. Found on light safes and ammo footlockers. Intro. What you are holding is the very first challenge lock I ever created for myself, calling this a, quote, challenge lock, end quote, as the term goes. Maybe a bit like putting racing stripes on Miata in this case. I guess that's what that word's supposed to say. But like the lowly Miata, here, let's find out what that word is. I'm unfamiliar with that word. I am from the South. I'm not the smartest guy out there. Let's see. Hang on. Let me look this word up just to see what it says. I'm not sure what he means when he says that. Okay, I don't know what he's supposed to be saying there. Unfortunately, we'll just keep going. But like the lowly, he's got it spelled M-I-A-T-A. Not sure if that's a misspelling or I'm just a walking brain fart and I have no clue what he's referring to. But anyway, being like, I'm going to say Miata. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. But like the lowly Miata, it is not to be trifled with when in the right hands on the right road. Word of caution, the key, this is what I said right here about the key sticking. The key to this lock was somehow bent during shipping, used from eBay, hence the battle scars on the back. Yeah, it's got a couple scars on there. No problem. Or the seller was just a dick. I didn't disclose that fact. LOL. Because of this, the key will sometimes act like it does not want to work. Give it a little giggle, and it will open right up. He sees this. I'm not going to read all this because this goes into the details of his modifications, but I've just glanced at it enough to know that. I don't see what it's, I haven't read it. It says this lock is an American lock A1100-05 or 1105 that has been modified from its original 5-pin cord to a 6-pin cord. Okay, I'm going to stop right there because the rest of it's got a bunch of detailed information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I'm looking at that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I guess I'm here. Let me get one of my picks out so I can point out what I'm actually talking about. I can only assume that this right here is going to be a pin itself. I'm used to American locks. I've never seen a 6-pin American lock. Now, I'm not saying they don't make them or anything, but I've never personally, had contact with one, so I don't know. But, yeah, I can tell that key looks like it's a little bent right there where he's talking about in the back of it, whatever. But, this first shelf right after the bow, I was assuming that was just the normal whatever, but I assume because this is a 6-pin, that's an actual pin. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that appears to be the correct case because the back of it, it says if this bitting on the back is correct, that first spot is a 1, which it'd be pretty much what that first spot is. Okay, but let's stop talking about this and let's get this thing in a vise, and we'll see if we can't get this out, get this open. Let's move some of this stuff up out of the way so we can get the vise over here. And like I've said before, I guess I can stop that. 10 minutes. I'm gonna set the timer. Let me do like this. So when I sit it down, you should be able to see it. We're gonna see if we can't get it open. Where's my? Now I'll if I get it open, great. If I don't, it's a booger pick. I'll call it a booger pick, but I will read the rest of the letter. Okay. 6-pin American lock. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I'm going to make a prediction. Booger pick. Now, I've got a 6-pin lock, and I've opened a few of them. I've actually, in fact, got a 7-pin Argo. Is it Argo? How you pronounce it? Bank bag lock. Still attached to the bag itself. I haven't been able to open that one yet. It's very frustrating. It's in my booger bucket. Most people would call it a naughty bucket. No, it's in my booger bucket. Okay, let's get this up here. Now, I'm going to, like most of the time, I'll use, which it should fit in there, shouldn't be any problem. I'll use a Sparrow's heavy bar and a .05. Let's just make sure that's going to go in there. Oh, yeah, it's going to go in there. Okay, and I'm going to use, I usually try to start, oh, that's not it. Here, let's go ahead and get that out in case I want to snag it. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out short hook, steep hook, and Sparrow's heavy bar. I have found on the American locks I have, this is a outstanding pick to use. But let's just see. Like I said, we'll start off. Let me make sure we can see this. Slide this over so you can see it once it gets going. Okay. I do 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We'll call it a booger pick. We're going to go ahead and start it right now. Like any new lock, especially this one. I'm gonna reach in there and just see what I feel around. Feels pretty good. I don't feel anything sticking in there. That's all good to go. Let's see. Yeah, I can feel all 6 pins in there. Like I said, I've never personally dealt with an American 6-pin lock. So this is new to me all the way around the board. First challenge lock, 6-pin American lock. So, all right, here we go. We're gonna give this a shot. Let's see. Let me adjust this just a little bit. Get the lock in a little bit better position. Get my body in a little bit better position. Okay, we're gonna start like most time. I'm gonna start at the rear, and I'm gonna use very light tension on this. Oh, here. Let's just do this so we know. Just so there's no question up front and above board. So we know that it's locked. That way, if I do get the clickety clicks, I don't want anybody. Oh, it was already open. No, actually it wasn't. Okay, let's see. Very light tension. Okay. Okay, that was number 5. It felt like it gave number 5. Okay. That feels binding. Oh yeah. Felt like a nice click right there. Pin number 6 still feels springy. Pin 5 feels like it's solid in there. What is that? I think that's number 4. Feels like it's got a spring. I don't know. Here, let's set that back up here. Like I said, yeah, that key, man, you could tell it's been tweaked. It's been twisted. Looks like somebody stuck it in there and they twisted it. Actually twisted it the other way because it's not straight. But that's okay. Let's say 1, 3. Yeah, that's only got 5 pins on there. Anyway, guess that's not gonna help. I guess I can look at the bidding though. Oh yeah. Is that the end of the? Yeah, that's the end of the tension wrench. I always do that, trying to get the first pin set. I'll accidentally clip the bottom of the tension wrench. Alright. Feels like pin 6 is binding now. Let's see. Maybe not. Something's going on in there. Let's go back to the back again. Okay, y'all know me. I have no problem with resetting and starting completely over. Let's try this one more time. They sound like good clicks. They actually feel like good clicks. But it could be, because I'm still learning these American locks and that them serrations. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. Glancing down at that timer, I feel like the dude trying to disarm the ball. Is it the red wire or the green wire? Is it the white wire with the red stripe or the red wire with the white stripe? Knowing that if it's a booger pick, we got that. That's what I feel like over here. And then being on camera, but I don't take myself too seriously. I know I don't know what I'm doing. Uh-oh, here we go, guys. It was nice knowing everybody. It's about to be a booger pick. Yep. Uh-oh. And once again, I have earned my name. I am the booger picker because more often than not, I get the booger picks as opposed to the clickety clicks. But that's okay, guys. That is okay. I have no problem with that. I'll say this. I will eventually. Let's bring that back in frame. Let's take it off here. Put it back up here. This is a nice looking lock. I like this. I'm in the process of attempting to make my first challenge lock. And I like this idea right here, how he did this. He took off that color. I like that. But we'll sit this out here. Now let's continue to read this. I'll read the rest of it. I'll begin again at that paragraph. It says, about this lock. This lock is an American lock A1105 that has been modified from its original 5-pin core to a 6-pin core. Driver pins have been swapped around from the original 5 serrated pins to a combination of heavy serrated spools and one nasty deep spool that's hard to get out of a false set and harder to keep from oversetting. The springs are all fairly light tension and the core Bible are unmodified. Okay. Yeah, I told him, he asked me, he had like 3 locks, and I told him, I said, I'm only a green belt picker as of right now. I said, so send me the easy one. And this is the easy one. And from reading this, if given some time, I think I will be able to open this. No matter though, I will down the road eventually make, I say this, I will, in all my best boogery efforts and boogery glory, make a video of me opening this and picking it. Says I chose this lock out of my collection for having an infuriating binding order that requires lots of trial and error to find that first pin that's ready to set. Combine that with the pins that like to jump rather than slide, and you have a very fun lock to pick. Closing and rules. While this may not fit the criteria of a challenge lock from the community, it's still a pain in the ass and one of the more difficult locks to open in my collection prior to my melding with it. I like that. And then he says reward for opening. If you manage to pop this lock on camera, I will be willing to further modify the lock if you send it back. Once the mods are complete, I will mail it back free of charge. I have since learned many new and nasty ways of making a lock difficult, if not impossible, to open, and would love to tune it up further. I enjoy modifying locks and would love to pass one back and forth. Good luck and happy picking. Rocco. Rocco, I'll say this, brother. If this was the easy one, if this right here was the easy one out of the 3, I'd hate to see the hard one. But I feel like I said, I am a green belt. I've popped open a handful of American locks. I'm fairly new. I've only been seriously at this for about 4 months. I've been putting videos on YouTube just about a month, a little over a month. So, I don't have that much experience, but I feel fairly confident that given some time, I will be able to get it open, and hopefully I will be able to get it open on camera. But I want to send a shout out to you again, Rocco. Thanks for sending me my first challenge lock. And with that, I'll end this like I end them all. Keep it safe, keep it legal, good picking. Booger Picker out.